Just finished Iron Fist Season 2 on Netflix. It's been out for a couple weeks now. I'm going to tell you what was good and what could have been better. Starting with what was good. It is good that this season is not a repeat from the first season, because the first season was a mess due to poor writing, character development, and action sequences. So for this season, I am glad that it had better writing, better character development, and better action sequences all around. We have a new showrunner for this season who is not Scott Buck, and is also the executive producer, and decided since we're gonna have 10 episodes, let's keep the story consistent and straightforward. And that is one of the best things about the second season of Iron Fist. Compared to the second seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Don't get me wrong, I did like the second seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones. However, towards the middle, it dragged for a little bit. But not as for Luke Cage. It didn't drag as much. It was the story was a little bit better. However, since when Iron Fist dropped, 10 episodes, keeping the story straightforward, it just worked. It worked perfectly. I'm glad that the show redeemed itself by doing that, by making that decision. Props to the main cast on their performances for this season. Finn and Jessica as Danny and Colleen, they were just doing their own thing. Jessica Stroup and Tom Pelphrey, I actually liked them in this season better than the last season. Because Joy is trying to deal with the aftermath of her knowing that her father's alive, then got dead, just trying to cause wreak havoc. While Ward, he was a dick last season. Now he's less of a dick. For Sacha Dhawan as Davos / the Steel Serpent, he was one of the best things about the first season, and I'm glad that he was the antagonist for the second season. He did great as the Steel Serpent, and the way he got the power, I thought it was well done. But it was Alice Eve that surprised me the most with her performances as Mary / Walker. I know there's a proper name for this, but I'm just gonna say multiple personality disorder. I like it when actors and actresses can play that kind of role, because it gives them more range to, especially when you keep it consistent. She performed it really well, and she was actually my favorite character for the season. And Simone Missick as Misty Knight from Luke Cage and the Defenders. And I was glad that she became part of the main. She became part of the main cast, but even though she was a recurring character, her chemistry with Colleen Wing, it just blended well together, and I'm glad she was back. Another good thing about the season is the action sequences, because season 1 there was little action sequences. It was more drama, less action sequences. It's Iron Fist. He's a martial artist, and he barely did some fight scenes in the first season, and the choreography, it was really just robotic. However, thank God in season 2 that the choreography was more fluid and the action sequences were longer, especially with the cinematography, the way how it was shot. It was just better. And I can tell that Finn Jones worked really long and hard for preparing for season 2, so making sure that his moves were much more natural, and it really shows. Now, what would have been better for this show is having Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, guest stars in this season, because Finn Jones, he guest starred in the second season of Luke Cage, and their chemistry blended well together, starting from the Defenders, then in that one episode in Luke Cage season 2. But Mike Coulter his character Luke Cage wasn't in season 2, and it's a little unfortunate, but it would have been so cool. I mean, like Heroes for Hire, I hope that happens within the future because that one scene where Luke said, "Hey, patty cake," and Iron Fist does the fist. It was just, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" I want more of that. Another thing that would have been better is having actor Eldon Henson actually appear in Iron Fist because he did an appearance in Jessica Jones season 2 and Luke Cage season 2. So, and I was expecting, is he going to appear in Iron Fist season 2? But that wasn't the case. Or any other character within the other shows, like appear in Iron Fist. It's a whole, it's the Netflix side of the MCU. Let's bring some more connections. Like, even though the ones that happened in season 2, I just want more personally. But overall, Iron Fist season 2, it is way better than the first season. And personally, I actually like it better than Jessica Jones season 2, Daredevil season 2, and Luke Cage season 2 just a tad bit more. That's why Iron Fist deserves at least 3.5 out of 5 stars. So who is your favorite character for this season of Iron Fist? Leave a comment below, and until next time.